What was that whole beef about? Because there was like, they were saying that you kicked him out and he wanted to be in, and like,
Yes.
like I've had bits and bobs from each of you independently, but just like set the record straight. Why don't we talk about the E-Boys?
Yeah, because the E-Boy stuff is, oh man, it's the best.
Originally, and we
second best. Sorry, I was joking. I think they're about 13th.
Oh, the dark white.
Fifth best comedy podcast. You were what? Third?
Second.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry. Second, just behind Shag, Married, Annoyed, I think.
Oh, fuck Chris Ramsey. Chris Ramsey, we're coming for you. I'm a big fan.
Do you want to come on here?
Yeah, please.
We actually, it's quite funny because Off Menu was always above us, and we got Ed Gamble on here. And we were like, we hope to get him on here, and we swap. And since then, we've literally swapped positions.
That's terrible.
Are you watching, sir? Are you watching?
Coming on again. That's why I've gone on here, because I want to get E-Boys up. We're all going to come on here individually.
That's why Will's just been on.
Yeah.
But you did say you didn't want James Marriott.
Yeah, I said he's a cunt. Apart from I never said that.
I swear you said something about him being a massive Tory.
No, it's the other one that I don't like.
iNabber.
iNabber.
Yeah, fuck off.
Is George still in it?
Shut up, mate.
I'm just being told to shut up. Feels so good. Feels so good. Now, the E-Boys, a YouTube collective. You've got the Sidemen, you've got the Beta Squad, you've got the E-Boys. ImAllexx, Will and E, James Marriott, and the other one. I'm joking. I like all of you. I like all of you individually. Just together, it's boring content. Now, see, I've had a few beers. I'm getting a bit confident.
I was going to say, we had Will on here. We did not say any of this.
No, I like, yeah. No,
we'll debate that second channel video. We'll debate it.
What is an E-Boy?
To be honest, it's literally just like, it's hard to describe. We don't really actually take it properly seriously. When it comes down to everything else, I think that's kind of the main thing with it, is that we had to really enjoy it, because I think we all fucking knew that if there was anybody there who didn't fucking like it, or it was going to be a problem. And that's why it took so long to happen. Because I remember I pitched it to everybody and they told me to fuck off.
So when thinking of the idea and how to come up with all of it, how did iNabber do it?
I was going to say, so when you pitched the idea just after iNabber pitched it,
no. What happened was, originally, it was actually me, Kieran Carlin, and Zach Jalab.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because we were doing squad goals, and I was doing that because I really enjoyed it. And this was the start of me fixing my brain.
Right.
I was like, I remember being like, I've got to relearn what I was before I did YouTube. So I was like, what did I, I miss how mental it got. I was like, what did I do before YouTube? I was like, I loved football. Football was my life. I was like, man, football used to be my fucking lifeblood. I haven't spoken.
You and Callum Wilson?
Yeah, me and him. Oh, we were great. But it was like, it was one of those things where I was like, we hadn't played. I was like, not me and him, Callum Wilson. Fuck!
Rebounds, Callum?
Stop. No, I can't go down that route. We started doing this football show, me, a couple mates, and it was fucking
Football
brilliant.
Daily lot.
Yeah, with the Football Daily lot.
Yeah.
And I was just doing stuff on there with them lot, and it was great. Wasn't getting paid or anything, just turning up, playing FIFA. There was a right laugh. And I remember saying to him, being like, I think there's potential for something more. I think that with my like ridiculously mentally ill YouTube brain, I was like, if I fucking took that out and plugged that into this machine, I was like, this is fun. And the key to anything on YouTube is it has to be fun.
Oh,
you have to enjoy it.
Definitely.
And I was like, I haven't enjoyed like making content of people for like 6 months until I met Zach and Kieran. Those guys really, actually, I'd say, I don't want to give them too much credit. They'll love it too much. But other reasons, I started enjoying making stuff again.
Right.
Because I was like, this is fun. I had a few meetings, and basically what was sad, but I knew was going to happen, is everybody was like, I think we all hate each other if we do this.
Oh, what? So what? Kieran Carlin and Zach were meant to be in the E-Boys?
I was like, it'd just be funny if 7 of us got together and made videos.
7 of us?
Yeah, because it was at the time. It was Will, George, Fraser James, Kieran Carlin, Zach and me. 8, 7?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
JJ, Simon.
But yeah, like, and that was it. And then we walked away from that and went, yeah, probably not a good idea.
So why did Zach and Kieran get the chop?
They didn't actually. Zach literally said, Zach said to me that we should just do it as the four who want to do it. Because it became pretty apparent when we turned up that nobody really seemed to care.
Yeah.
Which is why it was so weird when everything became a problem. What happened was, nothing happened for 6 months, and we gave up on it completely.
Yeah. So you spoke about the idea way before it came to fruition.
Yes. And then we gave up on it.
You're still friends with Fraser now, still good friends. What
the dog?
Just in loose terms, what was that whole beef about? Because there was like, they were saying that you kicked him out and he wanted to be in, and like,
yes.
Like I've had bits and bobs from each of you independently, but just like set the record straight for once and for all. Like what happened there? Was it just miscommunication?
Yeah, miscommunication, but also I think lockdown did not help at all. The only reason this group channel exists is because of lockdown. Because I knew, and I mentioned it back in the first meeting, because I probably came across a bit of a dick, to be honest. Because I was like, nobody here realises what great thing we've all got. And I went, and this isn't a good way to build a group channel, by the way. So I went, none of you realise. And that's me attacking 6 members, being like, oh, fuck. Like, none of you realise how a great thing we've got. Because I'd just come off a break then as well, actually. Probably a month I hadn't posted this stuff. So I was like, none of you realise, like, we're all good friends and we don't want to waste this. And then it kind of swung back round again. And I had no involvement in the second coming of the group channel, which I think is the reason why it worked. Because normally, we're happy, as you explained, manic. I was like trying to control everything because I was like, if I don't, I felt like I was in free fall. First time we did the meetings, it was exactly the same. Then it all happened was it wasn't even meant to be a group channel. Marriott just went, I'm doing this video with Will. I just happened to be in the call. And we were playing FIFA Pro Clubs, and he went, I'm doing a video with Will. And Marriott, on a whim, and you can always tell that he wasn't even convinced to say whether he should do it. But he went, oh, do you want to join? Make it a free. And I think it was going to sacrifice the integrity of the video because it was just a Will and James reaction video. Oh, yeah, I'm free. I went, sure, that sounds like fun. And me and James hadn't recorded anything for like a year at this point. And then George joined out of sheer luck. And it was like, oh, do you want to come on? That was the sheer and he went, and George went, yeah.
Right.
No, it wasn't like, yeah, we're going to make this and it's going to be, it was just, yeah, sure. It was so nonchalant, which is so us as well. It was so poorly planned, and that is why it worked.
What was the video?
It was literally reacting to Nikado Avocado's OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's Eboys.
Yeah, it is. I bet it sums it up. It was just like something completely inane, stupid, strung together, and it was just like, and we watched it for half an hour. I went, great. And then the reason why there became problems was because I remember the next day I went and spoke to Fraser because he was meant to be in that recording, but he left the call.
Right.
And I went, oh man, why did you fucking leave? I was like, I went, you should have been there. And he was like, tired. And I was like, oh man, you can't be. I was like, because you'll miss this. Because I've missed so many things. Because I slept in, didn't turn up, was late. I was like, you can't be doing that. That's not going to fucking work for you. And I went, I've got a recording Wednesday, 9 p.m. Be there. I went, you've got to do it. And we've been trying to work stuff out for ages. People won't ever get it because they don't live our lives, and I don't expect them to, which I never cared about what people said about the E-Boy stuff because I was like, you don't understand. You don't work my job, so you simply will never understand me. You'll never understand why anything led to that point. I mean, you'll never understand why we're cool again because you don't work it. And I don't think you two will understand because we're not around YouTubers all the time. Whereas for me, there's so many things that happen all the time where I could easily take it personally. I did with the happy hour stuff. Now I look back on it and go, it is what it is. Shouldn't have been such a fucking bitch. That was really it. Yeah. And at that time, I would generally be like, that was my L, and I couldn't take it because I would throw all the fucking toys out the pram. There's so many stuff like that that's happened. I've learned to not fucking. There's so many times I could have gone to Twitter. I was like, no, because they are my mates.
So are you all four of you? You completely cool with?
Yeah,
Fraser
everything. Yeah, I mean, we see each other regularly. Do football.
Yeah.
And everybody's always invited all the time.
As we're still on the topic of E-Boys, you know us and you know our highlights channel and you know we want a title. So I'm hitting you with our question here, but you can try and answer it however you want. If you had to pick, let's say 3 YouTubers to join the E-Boys.
Yeah.
Who are you going for? And bear in mind, right, you put 3 in, so you become a 7, but I'm only going to let you become a 6, so you have to get one of the existing members out.
Mate.
There's my title!
That's horrific. Okay, all right.
iNabber out. No, he's already out, Alex.
I like how he's gone, that's horrific. Okay, so.
Well, then he needs to be stopped.
Unironically, it would have to be me because I don't upload. And this is the one thing, ironically, about not posting. I do feel the pressure being like, well, they're all posting, so you got to take me out because I am the least productive.
Okay.
So I've got to go.
But is that because your heart's more in Eboys now? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time doing Eboys.
Well, I was going to say, if you're less productive on your channel, surely you're still more productive on the eBoys channel.
I really enjoy doing the Eboys.
Yeah,
stuff.
so.
Who's the engine at the Eboys? I reckon Zerka's the engine to Sidemen. Who's the engine at Eboys?
Yeah, and without Jack, without me, Jack's nothing.
Yeah, true.
I'd say James at the moment.
He's the engine.
James at the moment has been like, he carries quite a bit in terms of just getting stuff over the line.
Yeah. So James is firmly in there no matter what.
Yeah,
Will's firmly in there.
Will, because Will's creatively, yeah.
So you're
fucked about him.
So you're beating yourself out.
George is financially on it, like saves the most money and all that.
But he loves money. I've heard Memulus loves money.
He loves cash.
I mean, the fact he sits on a chair in every video that says shopmemulus.com behind.
But that's the business side. Whereas
There's nothing wrong with it.
Whereas I'm the guy turns up and goes, oh, I just want to have a laugh. And that means I am the easiest one to replace.
Okay, all right. Well, you're out. So
and if I had to add 3 people in, though, that's a great question.
Who would fit the channel most?
If you were to chuck them in there?
I imagine Kieran Carlin's a shoe-in.
I think Kieran, because also, after losing Chip Fat, the editor, that was a big blow. Because he was so good.
What, he edited the E-Boys?
Chip Fat he does Sidemen stuff now.
Does he?
We actually got him from the Sidemen, so we can't even really complain.
Right.
Like, he was doing their Pro Clubs videos.
What? So hang on. So this editor guy that I've never heard of. Have you heard of him, Will? Stevie. Sorry, I don't know why I called you Will. Yeah. If anything, you look more like James. I've had a few beers now. But have you heard of him?
No.
So, all right. So you got him from the Sidemen. So he joined the E-Boys, and then he went
unbelievable.
Then he went back. That reminds me. He's like the Norwich.
Yeah.
So he's like got promoted, and then actually no.
He's got demoted and gone back up.
Okay, so who's been relegated and then gone back up?
Yeah, I'm glad you put us above the Sidemen.
No, I wasn't trying to. I was trying to mug you off. All right, so you got Kieran in there, and then
yeah, Kieran, because he'd obviously be able to do a brilliant job on the edit, and
Yeah.
also he's funny as fuck, which is and he get the timing, which is the hardest part.
yeah.
I bring Chip Fat back in as well. I suppose he counts because his edit, that man.
Is he in front of the camera though?
I think he could do. I
Yeah.
generally think he could do. Probably shouldn't say that because then the Sidemen might lose him, and I think they do. But he is. Yeah, he was funny, and once again, editing unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Third choice, I think we need somebody who's super dedicated. I'm trying to think without. To be honest, I just take Zerka. Because he'd be great because that man does bits for them. Like if I could be as nailed down as him, like God knows, I feel like I'd be twice as far.
So you'd rub him off the side, then use him.
I think I would take Josh actually because I think that like one of the things that people they don't see the Sidemen work, the stuff that he does behind the scenes they don't see, but also with his clothing line and all that. Like he is
The brains.
on it, yeah, and he also kills it on his own stuff.
Circa Thursdays, they're back in a big way. Hopefully we'll get him on Happy Hour in January. I did see he reacted to the Belle Delphine clip and he said he'd like to come on. So hopefully, if he's not too busy, we'll get him on.
That was all quite depressing because I was just about to whip out a headband and put my hair into curtains, but he didn't choose me. So...
Didn't choose you. And also, can I just point out
said
that
YouTuber.
I was getting ready to say you didn't choose Fraser either.
He's still not made the cut.
Basically, Fraser, E-Boys could be a collective of 7 and you still wouldn't be in.
That's outrageous.